I'm sorry to bother you. I'm Sandra Davis, and I'm with County Adult Protective Services.
One of the most important aspects of the job of an APS professional is meeting with clients. APS professionals are highly skilled at quickly establishing rapport with clients and asking investigative questions. During an investigation, APS professionals gather information about a client's demographics. And all of this is done with a high level of respect for the client and with a desire to demonstrate inclusion. Even if demographic questions are gathered during intake, it's still necessary and important for APS professionals to ask them during the interview. Here's one example of how some of those questions can be discussed.
Do I know you?
Hi, my name is Sandra Davis, and I'm with County Adult Protective Services. I'm looking for Oscar Renteria. Is Oscar home?
I'm Oscar Renteria. Who are you again?
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm Sandra Davis, and I'm with County Adult Protective Services. I just wanted to stop by and check in on you and see how you're doing. Is it okay if I come inside and maybe we can chat for a bit?
I'm not sure what this is about, but come on in.
I heard a dog before. Do you have a dog, and would you mind maybe putting him in a room or outside while we talk?
He's loud, all right. Barks worse than his bite. He's out back. Close the door behind you, will you?
Okay. Is there anyone else at home with you today?
Nope. Just me until about 2 o'clock when Teddy comes in and we take our afternoon nap together.
Teddy?
Used to be we lay down about 3, but lately it's been getting earlier and earlier.
I'm a little confused. Who's Teddy?
Oh, Teddy's my mini German Shepherd. Yeah, he's getting pretty old. Seems to need his afternoon nap earlier all the time.
Of course. Teddy is your dog. Who's outside?
Okay, miss, what can I do for you?
Well, you can start by calling me Sandra. May I call you Oscar, or is there another name you prefer?
I'm okay with Oscar. Sandra.
First, thank you for seeing me. I really appreciate your time. The reason why I'm here is because my office received a report that there may be a problem with your caregiver.
Yeah.
We take reports like this very seriously, so I just wanted to come by and see how you're doing.
Okay.
Right. Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to take some notes while we talk. It's just to make sure I'm able to recall and report all the information you share with me today accurately.
Take whatever notes you need.
All right, thank you. Before we get too far along talking about your caregiver, I'd like to collect some demographic information about you. It helps us identify resources for our clients. Keep in mind, these are questions I ask everyone. The information is collected and analyzed and helps us identify the need for or measure the success of currently available and future resources. The numbers are then sent to the state and help to determine, if there are some communities that may need services. I know that was probably a lot of information, but does that sound okay to you?
I'm not sure how comfortable I am having the county break my life down into a bunch of, what'd you call them? Demographics?
I understand. Well, how about this? Your answers will help me to better perform my assessment and identify any resources I can offer to you. If there's something you need now or in the future, and so you receive the best possible service available to you.
All right, ask your questions.
Well, I appreciate your willingness to answer, but you don't have to answer anything you don't want to. And if you're wondering what something means or why exactly I'm asking, please feel free to ask me.
Fair enough.
Again, you don't have to answer any questions you are not comfortable responding to. Likewise, whether you choose to answer or not will not hinder or prevent you from receiving any services you are eligible for.
Feels like it's gonna be worse than the census.
Well, I will do my best to make sure it's at least less painful than the census. How about we ease into it and start with your age and date of birth?
I was born on April 12th, 1955.
All right, so that would make you...
Old enough.
Got it. My next two questions are about your race and ethnicity. Starting with your race, I'm going to read you off a list of races, and you can follow along with me here. And you let me know which race you identify with, or you can select other if your race isn't on the list. And as always, you can prefer not to answer. So here's that list. American Indian or Alaskan Native, Asian, Black or African American, Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, white or other.
If those are my only choices, I'll just choose other.
Thank you. Same thing with your ethnicity. I'm going to read off a list of ethnicities. You let me know which one you identify with. Select other or opt not to answer. All right. That list is Cuban, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, Latino or Latina, Spanish origin, non-Hispanic, or other.
Latino, por favor.
Gracias.
De nada.
My next couple of questions are about your gender identity. Your gender identity describes the gender you feel you are on the inside. Some people identify with a gender different than what they otherwise show the world. Folks identify as male, female, transgender, non-binary, or other gender identities. Here's an example. If someone inwardly feels like a woman, then they may identify as female.
If I were one, I think I would know. But I have to ask, what is non-binary? I've never heard of that.
Sure. The idea of gender was thought of by many to involve only two genders, male or female, hence the word binary meaning of two. Non-binary is the term used now to expand our understanding of gender, to include those that exist outside the two categories of male or female. So non-binary just means not two.
My gender is male.
Okay. Male. My next question is about your sexual orientation or sexual identity. So do you identify as straight, gay or lesbian, bisexual, questioning, unknown, or other?
O sea, eso se siente un poco personal. That seems a bit personal.
Oscar, you're right. This can feel like a personal question. So let me assure you, I'm not asking about any intimate behavior. Just a clarification on how you would describe your primary physical, romantic, and/or emotional attraction to other people. Honestly, your answers for me are more than just checking a box on this form. Your answers to all of these questions just help me to avoid making any assumptions and maybe give you an opportunity to share your relationships or people important to you, to the extent that you feel comfortable doing that.
Se lo agradezco. I appreciate that.
Of course. So, do you feel comfortable sharing if you're straight, gay or lesbian, bisexual, questioning, unknown, or other?
I'm straight.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
De nada. Is that all information you needed to know?
Well, that's all the demographic information. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to switch topics to talk about your caregiver. Remember that my office received a report, and that's why I'm here today, to ask you questions about that.
A huevo, I nearly forgot.
It's no problem. Can you start by describing how often you receive care and then what services your caregiver is supposed to provide?
Well, they're supposed to be here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Well, mostly to help with the grocery shopping and preparing my lunch and dinner. I'm Oscar Renteria. Who are you again?
I'm Sandra Davis, and I'm with County Adult Protective Services. Petty, your dog, who's outside.